What are y'all up to? How's it going, everybody? Figured I would start getting back into streaming. Obviously, with everything going on, seemed like the right thing to do. Yeah, it's just, yeah. And I'm on Zoom calls like all day long anyway, so it's not like I don't have the setup already ready to, go, I guess. So, I'm here. And, here to answer some questions. Hang out. I'm gonna do some work while I'm here. Some work you may be able to see. Some work you may not. We'll see. But I got the chat up, so go ahead and you can talk through that if you want. Alright, we need to come back to that, because that's not something I can do right now. What has everybody been up to? There's like 5 people watching. Why are y'all watching it? Does it tell me? Oh, it does. Oh, Facebook. Nice. Okay, sweet. Hello, Facebook people. I'm on Facebook. I'm doing some messaging stuff. Hello. I am boring. I guess I could edit photos and that would be a little more entertaining. But actually I'm working on like this questionnaire form for like when I receive new clients and like trying to help them pick out the options and stuff, that they want, which is kind of cool. Like, I guess I'll show you. I don't care. It doesn't really matter to me, I don't guess. Hold on, where do I need to go to? Make sure you get at me in the chat. Let me know what's up. How y'all are doing? Join me. Join me. Come hang out. And I'm here to answer tech questions and anything else you gotta know. There's a lot of people working on Zoom. Maybe they think about starting their own podcast. Maybe they want to do some graphics. Maybe they want to, who knows? Who knows? So if you ask your question in the chat, I'll be happy to answer it for you. And I should share this video too. I should be proactive about doing that. I shouldn't be. Here we go. I love that it just caught me. I'm gonna drink. There we go. Share. Share. All the sherry buttons. I know there's people watching. Get at me in the comments. Ask your questions. We're doing work today, and I'm happy to share some knowledge on this wonderful Wednesday. Hump day. Yes, Lee, we must do lunch. We can do virtual lunch right now, anytime you want. I'll go get some food and I'll eat on camera, I don't care. Done a lot worse on camera. What am I working on today? I am working on a questionnaire for inbounding clients, so that I don't have to necessarily maybe spend so much time wondering what it is that they want, and instead maybe send them this questionnaire and they can pick off the stuff that they want. Also, it gives them like a list of choices, not for myself, so that way when I'm talking about services and that sort of thing, I have some sort of list to go by. I'll also have photos from Mardi Gras that I may be editing soon. I've been sitting on them. I've been waiting to do it, like in a live edit maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I've been waiting on. It's been a lot. But here, I'll pull those up. I'll show you. They're waiting right here. They're just waiting. They're ready to go. It's already labeled. I think everything's asleep. I think I turned off all my drives. Yeah, let's welcome back up. So here's some Mardi Gras. Hold on. We'll preview this real quick. We may come back to this. So yeah, just a few crazy shots from Mardi Gras. Like I said, we'll come back. We'll come back. We're not done. We're just getting started today. Don't know how long I'll be on. Don't know how long I'll be doing this. Don't even know if I'm gonna edit these photos in front of y'all. We'll see what happens. And then I'm working, like I said, I'm working on that questionnaire and then typing up various business stuff. What are you doing? Oh, happy birthday, Eileen. I'll make sure to go hop on and wish her happy birthdays on the proper thing. I don't get the notification anymore, so like I forget to do it. There it is. There it is. We'll do that. You can all do work with me. How about that? Let's all work together. Does that cover everyone? It indeed looks like it does. All right, and I keep touching my face on camera. I know it's hilarious. Like I'm itching like crazy. I took my allergy medicine too late, and I'm like, my leg itches. Crazy times we're doing. Crazy times we're doing. So tell me, what have you been up to? Again, you can type in the comments. You can talk to me as long as you want. You can talk to each other too. It's great. We're all having a good time. All right. Let's go back down here. I'll show this too, and maybe y'all can help with this. Here, this may actually be really cool. This may actually be really fun. What would you want to see on a form like this? Let's play this way. So what I'm doing is, I'm going through and I'm putting together like, either I'm inbounding a client, or I am, even for my own records, like going back through and I'm trying to choose out services that I sometimes forget about. Like I forget that I know hair and makeup people that I can hire on for jobs that, you know, I just don't ever think about it. It's not that I'm not like considerate of the job. It's not that, but if someone specifically requests a hair and makeup person, I always bring one on, obviously, you know. But it's not usually my go-to, especially for like more corporate stuff, and that's the route that I'm going now. So those people like to look fancy. We all know that. Am I streaming on a regular basis now? I should start streaming on a regular basis again. I think I've got 2 duplicate audios going. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Something got unclicked or clicked. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know. I should start streaming on a regular basis. It requires a lot of social energy that sometimes I don't have or don't want to put out into the world. I just want to sit here and do my work and not have to, you know, put on, if that makes any sense. But I need to do more of it. It's the thing that is all the rage right now. It was all the rage before this in certain circles, but now everyone's kind of forced to. So, I think it's probably a good thing to do, for me, especially, you know, being a content creator and media producer and consultant and all those things. Like, I need to live by the words that I preach to. So, hopefully, I should do more of these. Hope that answers that question in the most long, roundabout way possible, with me dealing with my own mess about it, you know. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. All right. I flipped over to my Facebook. I gotta remember this window's open. Whoops. What's up, Alex? How you doing? All right, man. Yeah, you did. You just bounced. Where did you go? Where did you head off to? All right, so I'm on photography now, and then I got this. So I got to walk through each little section. That's always helpful. I think for some of these, like, oh, maybe on this one you can go. Plus, we're using Google Forms here. Date. This will be helpful. How can you joint with me? How can I joint with you? You're gonna have to give me some specific. South Carolina, Columbia. So you just move from one Columbia to another. That is fantastic, sir. That is quite remarkable. That's funny. Oh crap, I gotta remember, I can't keep flipping back and forth like that. Need to set up a second window over here. I wish there was a way I could just single out that one Chrome window, but it won't let me. It's very picky about that. Very picky about that. Using a software called OBS to live stream today. Using Restream.io to stream to Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, in case you are interested in any of those facts. Oh, that's about to launch the wrong thing. We don't want Resolve right now. And then it's super cool. So, like, if you want to know more about this streaming business, Restream's cool because, like, it'll allow you to stream to all these different services. Now I'm paying for the month because I did the Mule Day stream, you know, back last week, where I wanted it to go to multiple places. So I still got the month. So I'll probably be streaming for the rest of the monthly. Yeah, that does cost money to do to Facebook. To do to Facebook, it does. Now, go away, Resolve. We don't need you right now. If you wanted to go to a Facebook, like your personal Facebook page, it doesn't cost. If you want to go to Twitch, YouTube, any of those other streaming services with open keys and whatnot, it doesn't cost to go there either. It just puts up the little Restream.io, you know, message and everything. I'm paying right now to go to a Facebook page just for this 1 month. I wish they offered, and I tried a couple other different services before I came back to Restream. I was on Restream for years, and I figured I would try something else, and then ended up coming back to it, you know, because service and quality, and, you know, it's really nice. But I've paid for it previously too, so it's not like it's the weirdest thing, you know, for me. And I have clients that want it sometimes, you know, so you do what you got to do, you know, and hopefully if you do the billing right, you know, clients should be covering that cost, you know, in the project. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. All right, put that down there. Let's go ahead and duplicate that because that's going to be helpful. I need to change the wording on this. It's like when is your project due, because we're not gonna do whatever else. Sweet. Yeah, Facebook page, Facebook group are paid for. When you like schedule shoots better on photography, I'm fine with that. Yeah, but Twitch, YouTube, and I think you can add multiple YouTube accounts. I've had multiple YouTube accounts. I know that even you're supposed to not be able to clone them. Like, there's one under Facebook Gaming, there's one under Facebook Events. There's like 3 or 4 different, or not Facebook, YouTube options. And like, I just choose a different YouTube one, and it's like, okay, it's just another YouTube. It doesn't know. I don't care. I don't guess. Like, I have no idea. Oh, I was going over here to check what these notifications are. And Bernie Sanders has dropped out of the presidential race, ladies and gentlemen. That news is official, it looks like. How are you doing? How's everyone coping with the with the Armageddon / Covatine. What service do you recommend to stream an interview from 2 different locations? Ooh, that is a great question. So, are you trying to stream the interview live, or are you trying to record the interview to play again later? That's the question. Just throwing Alex for a loop. I keep doing it. I keep doing it. I gotta quit. Let's do this one again. Duplicate. This is just universal. Ah. Okay, we'll go back here. We'll go up. Check boxes. What all do I do, kids, in the branding, graphic, and web design department? Dang it, I keep doing it. Live. Okay, so you're doing it live. So, cheater method. You can take OBS as your... So you're going to have to do something to stream it. Right? So OBS is obviously a streamer of choice. Period. So that way you can go to all those different services. So you would still open up Zoom, Google Hangouts, whatever it is your preferred method is, in OBS as a... And I'd move this over here, but it's going to do this weirdo... I'll show you. I don't care. It's not like you're just going to see my stream key or anything. Hey, look. Haha. Infinite power. Sorry. Down here under... not name a scene. Right here under... display capture. Or media source. Or window capture. You can choose... that window specifically, that piece of it specifically, and then choose the audio options again. Here, I'll bring this back over. We're going to go into infinite power again. Audio options down here at the bottom to make sure that you route both your desktop audio through and then your microphone audio through also, and you would need a pair of headphones. So if I can do a call without headphones because of the way I got my audio set up. If you're doing it with a professional, then, yeah. So OBS... input to source whatever you're using, Zoom, whatever, doesn't matter, and then yeah, output that way. Make sure you got your headphones on. I have a podcast I've been doing post-production on. It would be great to record live and just top and tail it. Yeah. I also do it. I don't know. It depends on. Yeah, that's generally how I do all my podcasts. Is like I just treat them like live events. I record them live. I don't put them out live though. I should now, obviously. With everything that's going on, and I think to give people a chance to see how some of these folks doing their feet. Yeah. I kicked that one around. I'd want to do like a small business group, like chat talk thing, for small business people to who are struggling right now. I know it sucks. We all lost work. There's no lie about it. I thankfully have got. I'll gladly come on yours. You tell me when you want me. I'll appear on anybody's podcast. I'll tell you that right now. Anytime, anywhere, I'll appear on your podcast. I don't care. I love it. I hate being the host. That's the hard part because you have to do this. You have to be engaging, and you've got to do that whole, being there part of it. Here, let me flip this back because we're just looking at me now. You can see me in full screen. Yeah, the being the host part is exhausting, But I don't mind being a guest anywhere. It's easy. Got questions? Put them in the chat box. You're welcome to hang on as long as you want. Like I said, I'm doing work, kind of. Not really. I'm really not. Got some sweet retro synth rolling in the background, I think. No questions, comments instead. So sad to see John Prine die. Yeah, that was awful. That's terrible. Send me a large black. I'll send you a check. I'm working on gear. I'm working on gear. I'm working on some shirts. Don't worry about that. They're coming. They are coming. I'm working on some regular shirts, then I'm working on some crew shirts, and then I'm working on some executive shirts. I got some shirts coming. Life in Riverside is okay. Katie, dog in the park. Glad to see you doing well, Don. So good to hear. Missing Thai food at Don Wandy's. Me too. Prayers. I don't blame God. Nah, you can't blame anybody for this. It's just a thing that happens. Good to see you in here online. Ditto, sir. Ditto, sir. Ditto, sir. It's good to see you. Good to see you making it. Keep walking. Keep doing your thing. Head up. Everybody head up. This ain't the end of the world. I mean, it is, but it's not. Dude, Alex, I'm free anytime. No doubt. I'll just answer you on here. Like, literally here. You let me know. I'll call in. I'll do whatever. You tell me, buddy. Just winging it. Yeah, I feel you on that. We're doing the best we can. Yeah. No, this is cool. Yeah, tell me a topic. Tell me a topic you want to do. And like, I'm happy to do a few things. Okay, we'll go back to work now. We're gonna pretend like we're working again. Are you ready? Here we go. What are we doing? What are we talking about here? Branding. Most people don't know what that word is. Like, that's the first problem with that. So I'm kind of leaning towards not including that. Overall logo design. I do that sometimes. Graphic design. I do that a lot, actually. I do a lot of that. You're rad. This is super rad, buddy. How you doing, Mr. Sean? Saw your brother yesterday briefly. We had an exchange of goods. You know, like you do in these times, 6 feet apart and with Lysol. Yeah, that's what's up, Alex. Oh, flip back again. I gotta quit that. Yeah. And then we'll do social media for sure. Okay, and that's about it for this one, I think. The video one's the hard one. It's got all the this and that's, because like there's a lot of add-ons with this one. It's the complicated one. Photography is hard too. I haven't even started this one really, but this one was pretty easy to knock out, I feel like. I'm essential for one more week. What are you doing to bring in dollars when you can't go out and shoot? Okay, so I am talking to clients now about how ideas for the future, which is great. It's basically Waterworld for Kevin Costner. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Yeah, so trying to plan future stuff. So that's the first thing. Pitching it to clients in such a way that is going to be appealing coming out of this. Rolling back a lot of my business practices. So, in fact, I'm saving money by going back in and retooling a lot of what it is that I'm doing. Obviously, with this forum, a few of the other things. So that way I can save time. If you have a serious cash flow problem, the easiest, best thing you can do if you are a photographer right now or videographer right now is go sell stock images. Now, that sucks. It really sucks because there's not really a large market for it depending on what it is that you're doing. However, in signing up for it and starting it and going through, you can make a little bit of residual income that may build into something, especially if you start getting into it and you see that there's a need and a niche that's not being addressed, then you can be the one to own that. You know, that's not My thing, though, that's not what I'm doing. I don't want to do stock video. I don't want to do stock photos. I don't want to do anything like that. So I still have the ability to do graphic design, web design, all that. I still have a few of those clients that I'm working with now. I'm on retainer with a couple clients too, which is also helpful. So it's either subscription services or retainer is what I'm doing. What am I doing to build my business during this time? Also, I've gotten a lot of my contracts in order. So I have acquired a contract pack that is specific to photographers and videographers, and the stuff that I do. I can adapt it for all this other stuff too, which is really nice. I'm going to redo my reel. That is another big thing. If you are a visual design person and your reel isn't baller, you got to do something else to fix that. So I'm going to work on my reel. That's another big thing. I've invested in some education courses and that sort of thing to help forward that. And make that a little better and easier, at least on the process part. Thankfully, going into this, I had literally caught fire business-wise, and I was doing amazing, putting out killer projects and everything else. And this came right at this time, which a lot of people will be really upset that they lost all this momentum, or they felt like they, have now I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way even a little bit. I'm fortunate in that I get to take all of that steam and then push that back into building more of that business. So going back, contacting old clients, seeing what they need, readdressing all this stuff, realigning all of, I rewrote all of the copy on my Jaynes Media website. I did. I rewrote the entire I went back and rewrote the whole thing. So this intro copy, obviously you see this, it's the same thing over here. So that way stuff matches. Going back, making sure everything is consistent. Obviously, this is brand new. I've gone back, I've redone logos. I have gone in, put in new contact forms, testimonials, everything for social proof. I even rewrote this process thing yesterday. Everything that I can do to put myself ahead coming out of this mess is only going to benefit me in the long run and into the future. I'd been avoiding a lot of business stuff for a long time, and can't do that anymore. You gotta get that work done. Does that answer your question? I hope so. Yes, Alex, I'm down for that. All right, done clicking around on various things. But yeah, I redid all that. That was nice. And like I said, just trying to take some time for myself and work on stuff that I want to work on. I redid my office. You can't see it. I'm on green screen right now, obviously, but I've redone part of my office and I've cleaned stuff up and I've done all that other stuff too. I've been going through gear. I've been changing out batteries and getting rid of stuff and all the maintenance things that if I'm having to run around, I'm pretty organized anyway. I've got a bunch of disorganized stuff, not necessarily of my own choosing. Let's be real. But not everything can go in one room right now for all of my camera gear. I know it sounds insane, but I have a huge bonus room that usually everything goes in. But right now it's been cluttered for a long time. And there's majority of the equipment's out there, but a lot of the lenses and stuff I've got on a rack sitting behind me. All of my lenses, all of my stuff that I use on a regular basis is in my office with me. It is literally, to one side. And it's all on shelves and, that kind of thing. So I've had to clean up all this stuff and try to get stuff organized. But I have so much photo gear. So there's going to be a fire sale coming up in the near future for softboxes, light stands, all kinds of stuff that I am getting rid of because I'm getting rid of and upgrading. So it's not these are bad, they're not broken. They're just stuff that I either don't want, don't use, or have never used. I've got an awesome beauty dish for a flash setup that is one of the best things I've ever purchased. But I never use it. I never, because it's so big and bulky, and if I had a permanent studio space, I would use it every day. But it just sits out there. And I've got another one for video that works even better. So it's whatever. What kind of contingencies would you suggest for someone who is turning their skills to the digital realm? The first best thing you can do is figure out what your niche is. What are you doing? Your niche, whatever you want to call it. First best thing you can do is figure out who you want to talk to and why you want to talk to them. So like right now, I don't want this particular video. I streamed this one through the Jaynes Media one because I'm giving out advice. I'm showing work. I'm, doing, here, let's flip this back so we can, bam. I'm doing work. Doing all this whatever stuff. If I was just editing photos or whatever, I'd probably switch to RossJaynes.com. So like with this one, like I know the type of crowd that I'm attracting, and I know that the type of crowd that's online right now. So everything that I'm doing is with intent, right? So in knowing what my niche is, I don't know. You tell me how to pronounce it. And knowing what that is, it allows me to better select who I want to talk to. What I make is not for everyone. I get that. I don't want to be for everyone. I don't do well with everyone. That's okay. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. So the first thing is, again, find that. Get your website set up. Get your website set up. Everyone needs a website. It needs to be your name if you are selling to people. If you are not selling to people, if you are selling to companies, you need to be a company. Those are the number one things I can tell you right now. And if you take those words just in themselves, you can go make a ton of money. If you're a person, people buy from people. Companies buy from companies. So, again, with this business stuff, that's why I've switched to, that's why we're doing it on the Jaynes Media model and method right now, because I want to be a company that sells to companies. I am a professional, and I do this professionally. We could talk about all day about experience, but like, if I can't show that to you, if I can't put that into some sort of value system that the market understands, then we're having a bad time. Third thing would be audiobooks. So right now, especially if you are on unemployment, if you are working for a company that has furloughed you, laid you off, I highly suggest that you go read The End of Jobs. That's the first book to go read. It will explain to you why you are obsolete. And it's very disheartening at first, but it gives you kind of the roadmap for getting out of that situation if you want to start your own business, or if you want to take that endeavor, if you want to step out on your own. I'm fortunate. I've been working for myself for 3 years, or 2.5 years essentially, 2 3/4 years, whatever, before this all broke out. So like, I am fairly well versed in, how my taxes work, how, my business structure is, what it is that I'm going after. Like, I've failed more often than I care to count. Like, the second something starts to go right, like, everything starts to fall apart. At least in my entrepreneurial journey. So my favorite story so far has been the very last day, I left Columbia Power and Water Systems. I, got all the stuff out of my office, got everything done, left, got everything out of the building, packed up, went to Nashville to go hang out with Colby. I had done all this work the week before, getting my new Jaynes Media website set up, redoing the RossJaynes.com website. Like, literally, I had redone, 3 branding websites for myself. I did all this work on my own. And then somebody hacked my server and held for ransom my whole server. So I just blew it up and started all over. I had my very first day, I had to destroy 3 months worth of work. And that's how I got started. So this to me is kind of nothing. I know that sounds really bad in some ways, but it's not that it's nothing. It's not bad. It's going to get a lot worse. But I know that if I can get through, if I encounter something like that and want to keep going, got really mad about it. Got really mad. Thank you. I appreciate that. If I can make it through, my web server blowing up, my very first day being an entrepreneur, then I can pretty much get through a lot of everything. I mean, hell, last year, I got fired for defending my own work. I had one of my major clients fire me because somebody else stole my work and I complained about it. You know, that's what you're dealing with out here. You know, it's messed up, you know. But like, you know, it's doing business. It is what it is. Like, it's gonna go. I had a hard drive go corrupt Sunday morning. You know, what's up, Aaron? Hey, buddy. Had a hard drive go corrupt Sunday morning. Like, last month, my photo drive died completely. Had to had to download had to sign up for like a monthly subscription software service so that I could recover my data from my corrupted drives. Like, that's just the stuff that you deal with when you're dealing with this. Now, granted, I'm looking at cloud solutions, and I'm gonna, again, business processes, right? That's what we've been talking about. It's one of the things we've been doing. Moving a lot of that stuff to the cloud, so that way, like, I'm not having to keep so much storage locally, you know. Trying to make my life easier. It's already hard enough out here. And if you're like me, you make it much harder than it should be anyway, just default mode. So, that's what we're doing. So who's got questions? What other questions do you have? Anybody else? Did I answer your question, Sean? Did I kill it? Did I get it? All right, let's see what's happening over here. Like I said, I want to be a resource. I'd like to be helpful. You know, I know stuff sucks. It's not fun, and you know, it's rough. I'm gonna have to go let the dog out. I think he's making noise, and it's really annoying. And I don't even think I have my. Yep, all the time. All the time. Dead. Ask more. Fire away. I'm here to do this. Here to do this. All right, but give me like literally 30 seconds so I can let the dog outside. Colby's actually at court. Like in the room over. So what up with ya? I am a glowing fireball. Being an artist hasn't been kind, so a lot of my painting has to be done digitally. That's why I asked. Yeah. So like, Wacom Bamboo would be your friend if you're doing digital painting. That would be a good one. If you don't have a tablet, obviously, that would be the best thing you could do. And like there again, like what art do you what are you doing? What art? Who's your ideal client? Who do you want to see that art? Why do you want them to have it? You know, what's the purpose of the art? Of arting? Hanging out. Whew. Alright, let's get back to work for a little while. Let's do some work. Alright, so we're in Google Forms. Doing foreign business. I don't know what to do for that. I'll figure that out here in a little bit. Back to website. Advice on the About Me section. I'm not warm and fuzzy and hate the typical wife, mom, sister descriptions. How to describe yourself to attract clients while still being genuine? Because people hire people they like. Yes, they do. So my suggestion for you is going to be an unpopular one. You should hire a copywriter. Hop on over to Fiverr or find one here locally. Someone that can write really good copy, and hire them to write that copy for you. I don't like writing about myself. I'm getting ready to have to hire somebody to write mine, because I hate that. The About Me section, yeah. Yeah, I hate it. I hate that. I don't know, man. I like a lot of stuff, and I'm real weird. Yeah. What do you tell people? Like, I'm a wizard. No, like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so I would hire a copywriter. Obviously, like, if you have won awards and you've done all that, like, you got to have some sort of bio, to put together. And your About You doesn't have to be written. Your About You shouldn't be written by you, or it shouldn't sound like it's being written by you. It needs to be in the third person anyway. So you can say, hi, I'm Roxanne Burke, yada, yada, Roxanne Burke Photography. Sure, you can do that. You can totally do that. It's better if someone else is saying that, though. Roxanne Burke Photography has been around for blah, blah, blah. Like, just listen to it. I mean, one is definitely more personable, yes. The other one sounds a little more professional. Again, it depends on who you're selling to. If you're doing, like you are, boudoir clients or whoever's, what do they more respond to? They're probably going to respond more to that personal approach, I would assume. If you're doing, like, weddings, I would assume they probably want the more, corporate approach, in my opinion. Again, I don't know. I'm not in either of those markets, so I have no clue. But you would tailor it to whichever one is working for what. Hope that helps. Who's all watching this video? Chime in the comments. Get at me. I've been trying to break into therapy-based art since everyone is on Zoom. Yeah, you could sell, so like with, so Sean, for you, my suggestion is, how have you changed how you've been reaching picture? I'll answer that one here in a second. So, Sean, let me answer yours first. You can do, if you have, and this is going to take some work, but hear me out. If you go ahead and start doing it through YouTube, and even on Patreon, you can do something like this on Patreon. But YouTube is the best way right now. If you have 1,000 or more subscribers on YouTube, that's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. But if you start putting on good content, if you have 1,000 or more subscribers, you can have people pay for like a subscription-based thing. The world is about to go to a subscription-based pricing model for just about everything. You pay for the services you want, and you don't pay for the ones that you don't want. I've adopted a couple for my own work, where people pay me, again, more like retainer subscription, kind of thing or whatever, because people like that. If they want what it is that you have, they want to buy more of it, generally. So, let them. Don't make them not, So, moving to that kind of method, with that subscription-based model, along with either like a Patreon or whatever else, if you can find a dedicated set of clientele that need that art therapy, then that's where I would go to. Also, Facebook ads are pretty powerful. With $5, you can target people like literally in your neighborhood with anxiety between the ages of 24 to 35 that are male. Like if you harness the powers of those ads specifically, like you can reach your target audience pretty quick. It just depends on what you want to do. Again, you got to narrow that focus. Art therapy, but how? Like, what are you doing in the session? Who do you want as that client? Bang. How have you changed how you're reaching out to potential customers recently? I am thankful in that most of my customers, not a lot of customers find me non-organically. Free range. I'm either word of mouth generally, or somebody stumbles across a piece of my work online through Google, that kind of thing, then finds me, then doubles back. They, again, run across a piece of work, word of mouth, or they have signed up for one of my emails. So I've got them one of three ways. The most powerful form of marketing still this day is email marketing. So I try to reach my customers that way. I do my best to like put my value-based offers inside of my emails. I think I've got like a list of like 800 and something people that I've either signed up for, I've curated, picked up over the years, come up with, yada yada, or people stalk them down. Yeah. Yeah, people find me. They do. You hear my name enough, they'll come after me. But, so I'm doing my best to keep the word out that way. I know, again, like a lot of, you may not need to hear me right now. If you are a restaurant owner, you need to hear me when you're back open and you're struggling to get people back in there because people have forgotten how to be people, because we're going to do that, So like remembering how to be folk again is going to be a business opportunity in and of itself. This is going to be a whole new world when this is over with. And, if you look at it like that, if you see the opportunity in it, then it makes things a lot easier to manage. So again, what client am I trying to reach? So I went back and redid all the copy on my Jaynes Media website to more match the Google keyword searches that I'm going to start implementing, more SEO kind of stuff. I have reached out to clients directly. I've gone back through old books. I have, or old invoices, that kind of thing, like being like, hey, like, who have I not talked to in a while? Who have I not seen? Who have I not communicated with? Anyone that I'm currently working with on projects, I've either sent them something in the past couple of weeks, that sort of thing, to let them know, like, hey, it's still in process, but we got to pause, do whatever else. And then anything else that I have not billed, I'm sitting on. So I'm not going to bill anybody at the time if I can get away with it. Obviously, there's some stuff that has to go because it's either overdue or long past due. But for the most part, internal processes is what I've been using the most. No Google ads, no Facebook ads really. Once Mule Day got canceled, I stopped on my Google ads because I had a bunch of stuff revolved around that. Mule Day, like for me, was that was rough because I had a good plan in place. We're gonna do the first ever like multicam stream, and like y'all gonna see some stuff you ain't never seen before. We had a whole show planned. I got a whole show planned anyway. I got like 8 other projects I'm working on, but can't make stuff happen when stuff doesn't happen, Who else? I've been talking a lot and I have to drink more water, so someone else ask questions and do stuff for a while. This is my second one of these today. 48 ounces. Make sure you drink your water. Drink your water. Drink all the water. I did my best to make Mule Day possible. I tried. I did my best. That's all I can do, Just trying to keep the name out there, too. And that's the thing, like... And there's another one, Andrew. I'll give you a perfect example. So... How am I reaching customers right now? So I put out my Zoom backgrounds. So let me back up. I'm going to offer you something of value for something of value to me, right? So in exchange of, Mule Day cancellation, great tragedy of our time, no doubt. So I ended up getting a ton of email addresses here recently off of giving my... Zoom backgrounds. I made some Zoom backgrounds for Murray County, people around here, whatever, at the behest of Kara Huckabee. She was like, hey, this is a really cool idea. I think this would be awesome. And I was like, yeah, I'll put out some stuff. So I released like 9 Zoom backgrounds. So I got a ton of emails just by exchanging the Zoom emails. Like, hey, put your email in here. You get a free, background for your Zoom calls. They're being used in court right now. Like, people are using them all over the place. What did I do the other day? That was like super value add. Oh, Mule Day. That'd be another good one. Like releasing all the Mule Day stuff for free. Yeah, it like sucks to get out of cold storage and it costs money to do that, but it's something that I can do in this time when I have the ability, and the wherewithal to do so. Coronavirus King. Phil. All about it. Drop my mixtape next week. No, maybe. Who knows? What up, Paco? Have you been able to capture any advertising dollars from restreaming previous year's parades? No. So people like the idea of that, but they don't want to pay for it, much like most of the things in Columbia and Murray County, which is fine. You know, again, I put them all out, and then I'm going to take them all down here in a couple of weeks, and then put them back on the shelf for a while. May donate them to the archives at some point, because I feel like that would be important. I've still got all the original files and whatnot. Should make a red. I can go get a red one. I can go change out this background anytime. Maybe some blue spots. I gotta have my green. It is imperative and important. All right. So what else is up? Ask more questions. How have you been doing in this time? How's your business been doing? How have y'all been doing? I know it's, like I said, I know it's rough for people. It sucks. And like, I don't know. You gotta do the best you can do. I was built for this though. Like I was built to hang out inside all day and not do anything except play video games and do my work. I'm like, this is just a regular day for me, guys. Oh man. I even got a new phone. It arrived yesterday. I was like, holy crap. I got lucky. I'm getting a new hard drive today to back up this other disaster that happened earlier, if you didn't hear that. One more question. What are standards you practice to ensure customer satisfaction? Ooh, that is a great question. So again, last month was okay. I don't think April will be as good. Yeah, I agree. No doubt. If you haven't played the game Control, I'm playing Control right now. I'm like 3/4 of the way through. If I have changed, oh, you just don't even know what that game has done to me, sir. We'll talk about that later, though. It's a different call and conversation. What have I done to ensure customer satisfaction? So, because I'm producing a creative product, customer satisfaction has to be of the highest degree, in my opinion. And I say that in the fact that I may hate the project, and the customer can love it, and it can be a good or bad project, right? In those scenarios, if it is a project that I don't like, the customer likes, and it is successful, I think that's great. That means you got outside of your comfort zone. If you do it for the customer and it's a bad project and it turns out bad, I mean, you feel like that way. Like I always voice my concern. That's the first thing. If I think something's gonna go wrong or it's gonna be bad or something's not right, like it's my job to be. Step back for a minute. You need to read Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. As a business owner, as the person providing the services, as that sort of thing, you're not the hero of the story. Your customer is the hero of the story. You're the guide. So it is my job to guide my customer to what is hopefully the right decision. Sometimes that right decision is mine. Sometimes that right decision is theirs. Sometimes it doesn't really matter what the right decision is, but you have to force them to make a decision, which is more often the case in a lot of these things. We're like, I just don't know. It's like, okay, well, you're gonna have to pick one. Like we can't wait all day on this. Like this stage is waiting on the other ones. Like if you don't like it later, that's a piece that we can fix, but you can't, move forward without choosing, So to ensure customer satisfaction, I make sure to be the guide. I want to make sure that I'm guiding them, where they want to go. So in that, I will tell them that I think it's a bad idea. If they still want to proceed with that, that's great. That's fine. But when it fails later, I get the opportunity to point back and say, here's where that failure occurred. I can pretty much tell you where it's going to happen. I mean, that's why we're the experts here, right? And that happens a lot. You get 3/4 into the process and they're like, oh, well, this isn't going to work. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. I get that. I told you that from the beginning, and that's another reason why things like contracts and your documentation and paperwork are all essential. So that way, like if something happens that they have either bound themselves in or out of, then guess where the fault lies. I mean, again, like we're all doing business here. It's not like I'm not trying to be mean, not trying to get one over on anybody, but if I know the reason why you hired me is because you're hiring a professional. You've hired me for my professional opinion. And if you don't trust that, then I need to make sure to write that in somewhere so we don't have this mistake again or in the future. You're Virgil leading them through the inferno. Yeah, I mean, you kind of are. Like you're Obi-Wan. You're You know, you're whatever character you so choose, you know, in guiding them to the right. Merlin is my favorite. That's my general, you know, animus. You know, you're trying to lead them the right way and do the best you can for them, you know, as the hero character of their story. You know, everybody wants to feel special. Everybody wants to be that. And if you're hiring for, especially a creative service, you know, for people who are not creative, you know, it can be a task. It really can be. So you have to guide them. You have to educate them. You've got to do all those things that most people forget about. And anyway, back to Control. Supernatural thriller kind of horror game for PlayStation 4. The art style is magnifique. It is terrifying. Like, I've got the 3D sound set up in my office in my little gaming station over there, you know, that kind of thing. And like, yeah, it'll get under your skin because there's like voices that like move like chittering, you know, like all the time. And like it's this general feeling of like unease, and even the art style so down to far as like the computers are all, yeah, it's like very much X-Files fringy, but like in a late 70s, early 80s kind of vibe, but it very much takes place today, which is weird. Like it's a very weird game. Very weird game. I love it. But yeah. Yeah, I'm digging it. Totally digging it. Totally digging it. All right, other questions. What else you got? Hit me up. Again, here to offer media help too, so if you've got a question specifically about cameras, video, how to do web stuff, social media, whatever. Any of my skills range of, even if it's not my skills range of expertise, I can point you in the direction of somebody that may be able to help. So, you know, if I don't know it, I'm not going to claim to know it. In the meantime, I'm going to get back to work until somebody responds to me. This has been awesome. Thank you. I will try to do more of these. You also stay safe. Mr. Shondell McFall. Goodbye, as he disappears into the distance. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Who's all watching? I can't see. I can't see anybody. Need to move this over. Well, interrupt that. Dang it. Lots going on. Let's see here. Where'd my chat box go? Where's my chat box? Chat box. Still got 7 people watching. Hope you're hanging out, having a good time. It ain't easy being cheesy. Where was I going? Like, I wish I could play like music or TV along with this. Like, I got music going on in the background. Like, that's my thing. I got that happening. But like, let's make sure we turn that down so I can hear that anymore. Still here, working bored, and another voice is nice. Well, hello. How's it going? Well, you're happy to stay as long as you like. I'll continue to go until I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I just closed out the window that I was looking at. Awesome job, me. Keep it up. This is where I was, yeah. And then back over here for this, and then I turn that off. Huh. Me. Sweet. Oh, now I can spy on some of you people watching. Ah, hello, Koi. I see you now. I kid. All right, here we go. Back to the writing part. Sweet. Got that part done. All right, now to do this middle part. Ready to do this photography portion. What do I write up here? Which services do assistance with? Okay, what other things would I need to know on a photo shoot? What type of shoot is this? Okay. Now, if we go look over here on JaynesMedia.com, I have listed out some of these same services. Haha, so here we go. Look at here, bang, bang, bang. If you notice, this list kind of matches this list. So that way, once I get this immediate inbound form, I can take this form and then do this over here the same way, and then make customers fill out this form, so that way I have all of the information that I need instead of just part of the information that I need, which is super helpful. I think everybody left but you, Roxanne, which is cool. I'll probably go like 5 more minutes. I'll take a break. That way I can get some lunch. I'm hungry. What y'all doing for lunch? I may just let it run too, just to acquire the time. Put on some video in the background or something. Technically show a movie. Like a drunk teacher. Or hungover teacher, not a drunk. Oh, I guess drunk teacher too. I don't know. Hungover teacher. Today's movie day. What am I doing for? Oh yeah. What am I doing here? What did I choose? Corporate. Oh, what are my RossJaynes.com options? Let's look at those. I need to change this one up here to aerial. Have to start using words like cinematography. All the bad things they tried to teach us not to do, I have to do now. Cinematography. I shoot on film because I'm about to be using a cinema camera, so that'll be interesting. Aerial photography, not to be confused with Little Mermaid aerial photography. What other type of photography do I generally do? That's about it. That's all of it. That's all of it for commercial work, at least. Architecture. Events, fashion, fine art. No, fine art, landscape are mine. Music is mine. Oh, we can do, yeah, no. Oh, we can put that down. Music live event. We'll just call it a different thing, and then we'll add other down here for people who don't know what they want. And now I need some sort of consulting. Keep doing that. I ask one more question up here in the first section, and we're gonna say plus one more time. All right, and then let's see. Trash that bad boy, because that's not what I'm looking for. Okay. And then we'll do it one more time up here. We'll say plus date, because people are idiots. No, I don't want to add a section. That's wrong. Delete section. Question. Date. What's up, Julie? You mentioned me in a comment. What are you working on? Well, today, right now, I'm working on this project questionnaire. So that way, when I'm inbounding clients, I can either have them fill out this form, or I can pull up this form and fill it out for them. So that way, I have a running series of notes, or they have a running series of notes of what we're working on. So I'm trying to finish out the last little bits, and I think it'll be done. I'm pretty much done with the whole thing. Trying to narrow my focuses down, get my business stuff in order, and focus hard, you know, coming out of this mess. Right now, too. So, it's ready to go, I think. I think it's ready. Required and required. And then with that one, I could send them down to each particular one, but I want them to be able to fill out everything they want all at once, because people usually do a series of services, so. Put podcasting under here too. Add other. Oh, caps lock is on, sweet. I gotta deal with some dogs here in a minute. I just erased something that wasn't good. You can see all my boo-boos. What else is up here? What else is listed on all this mess? Yep. Gotta get my mess in order. All my things have been listed up here. Sweet. Everything's been listed. This part is done! Boom! Alright, here's what's gonna happen. It is 11:30. I have dogs barking outside that I have to deal with. It's off. I'm gonna take a lunch break. I'll turn off all this mess, cool down this office a little bit. Then we'll come back after lunch, and I may edit those Mardi Gras photos. That's gonna be my plan, at least. I got them right here. Got them right here. They are ready to go. They are ready. This is one of my favorites. Look at this beauty. So yeah, hopefully come back after this, maybe edit this, maybe do some live photo edits, talk to people, do something like that. May do that. I just may. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go find some food. Good luck. I'll see you after lunch.